Battle won in the trenches, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. We've got Buzelis. White is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Vucevic. And it's Giddey in at the small forward position. He hits the second from the line. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
That's great anticipation and accuracy by Mobley to set up his teammate.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Giddey. Fires from deep. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Mobley. Pass to Garland. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Strus against Giddey. Into the lane. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Drills the three-pointer. Strus has got a couple of threes now in the first for Cleveland.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Buzelis. Latrey. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A big answer from Buzelis. He wants his team to know they can count on him from the perimeter.
Mitchell outside. Strus kicks to Mitchell. Mobley wide open. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Down low. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender. Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Trying to find Strus, and he gets it to him. Mobley, left side. Back to Strus. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Strus has got 9.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he can wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
So, Richard, when you look at Max Strus, what does he provide for this team?
For one, he's battle-tested, Kevin. He's a fearless shooter, and he's a guy that can get on a roll and hit clutch shots.
Now here's Allen. Mitchell outside. Mobley a screen on White. To the paint. And Mobley the bucket on the assist by Mitchell.
And it's not just all of his physical ability, it's his hands. He has amazing hands. Catches everything, never a wasted motion.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Okoro comes in for Max Strus. And it's Ty Jerome in for Mitchell. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Buzelis. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. And Jones subbed in for Ball. Here's Garland. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Another three for Cleveland.
For a guard like Garland, hitting threes unlocks the rest of the floor.
White with it. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. And he gets it to go.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here's Hunter. Loads it up there for Mobley. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
It must be nice to have a 7-footer like Mobley that you can just throw pretty much anything up there and he'll go get it.
Puts up a deep three. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also like how they trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Jones in at the 1 spot. Here's Jerome. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Williams against Green. Williams kicks to Giddey. Over Okoro, and Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 8 points.
No, he's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now, here's Hunter. No scoring in this one, and that one drops for him.
A solid mid-range shooter. Hunter knows where his strengths are.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And so it's Cleveland with it. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. Hunter, no good.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Outside, Jones. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Max Strus is checked in for Okoro. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Javonte Green. And it's Garland in for Ty Jerome. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Trey Jones.
Mitchell is so efficient and crafty inside that paint. Sometimes you forget he's only 6'2".
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. Here's Giddey. Shoots over Strus. Mobley with the rebound. Giddey against Hunter. Pass to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Giddey goes in. Offline with the baseline jumper. The Cavaliers leading by 3. And here is Garland. And here is Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Adept at fending off aggressive coverage. Mobley already looking like a vet out there.
Ball finds Giddey. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Vucevic's screen on Strus. It's Giddey with the drive. Shoots over Strus. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Garland against Ball. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Hunter, the pass to Garland. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. Hunter, no good. Buzelis with the ball. Working on Hunter. Here's Giddey. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Now just a 1-point Cavalier lead.
Pick works well there.
Better job fighting through the screen.
And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Garland in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
Garland, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Ball with the bucket.
Love whenever Ball is assertive like this. This is how dangerous he can be on offense.
Allen outside. Giddey against Strus.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Here's Ball. On the wing, Giddey. Ball, a screen on Strus to the inside. Here's Vucevic. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And another miss by Cleveland. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 5.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Patrick Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. Pass to Strus. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And the 3 ball is good. Mitchell's got the lead up to 7 now for Cleveland.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
Now here's Giddey. Six to shoot. The kick out to Ball. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Ball's got 6.
And he wasted no time getting those points back. Great response from Ball.
Mitchell outside. There's the 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The real come at us and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Giddey kicks the ball. Vucevic against Allen. Here's White. A three-pointer, no good. Cleveland leading by 7. Garland dishes to Allen. Pass to Mobley. On the wing, Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And another three for Cleveland.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Ball, the pass to Giddey. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 17.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
Garland with the bucket.
Oh, going inside and fighting for the bucket. That's what you want. You want a person that's going to fight for those inches.
Inside, here's Vucevic. Excellent D there from Allen.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going into the break with a 10-point lead. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Dosunmu. Jones is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Smith, and it's Collins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good. Garland's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Cavs.
Looking for a high percentage shot. Garland wants the best look he can get.
Pass to Giddey. Collins setting the pick for Giddey. Sinks the three-pointer. Giddey's got 22.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Jones against Garland. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jared Allen's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Ty Jerome. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. And he tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Here's Mitchell. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
From 6 away, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Garland finds Strus. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Down low. Here's Vucevic. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Hard to deny Vooch inside when he can play over or through you.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Garland looking it over. Mitchell outside. over White. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 16 here in the second half.
I love seeing guys use the mid-range. Mitchell, that's just some smart basketball.
Pass to Vucevic. 1:14 left to play in the final quarter. The shot that time not on target.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Cavaliers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Donovan Mitchell.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Allen outside. Pass to Strus. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Strus has got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. Wide, a screen on Garland. Over to the left wing. Here's Vucevic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen.
Because he can commit from all 3 levels, Vucevic is a tricky cover.
And both free throws good for Vucevic. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
on-court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Tyrese Maxey is out there with George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Now here's George. Jacks up a 3. Here's Embiid. Banked it in off the glass.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Back to Young. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
So it's Philadelphia now. And you watch Jalen Johnson. His athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, BA? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare. Just think when he gets his confidence.
Pass to Rizachet. Johnson a screen on George. The 3 from Rizachet. Another 3 for Atlanta.
I love how competitive this kid Rizachet is, coming right back with his own triple.
Outside Maxey. Now here's George. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. The 3 from Rizachet. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. It's George on the wing. Takes the 3. And the 76ers another 3.
And George's guys encourage him to just fire away. They know he's lethal from there.
Pass to Daniels. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Okongwu with it. Back to Daniels. Fires it from 18. He gets it in there.
And it seems like Daniels is comfortable all over the floor.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. 1:14 left to play in the first. Here's George. The kick out to Maxey. It's stolen by Okongwu. Here's Rizachet. It's hauled in by Oubre. Rizachet's gone 1 for 4 from the field. George passes to Grimes. Embiid from outside. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, we know Embiid can do it one-on-one, but the catch-and-shoot jumper is showing his versatility.
Okongwu, a screen on Maxey. And he lobs it up to the rim. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Maxey passes to Embiid. Outside Oubre. Pass to George. There's the triple. Gets the 3 to fall. George has got 6.
Really no spot on the floor where George can't hurt you. What a versatile scorer.
Maxey against Young. Here he goes. Some solid defense from Maxey. And that does it for the first quarter. The Sixers on top, leading by 4. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the 76ers.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Rizachet out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's George Niang. And it's man in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
They're one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Pass to Embiid. Stolen by Capella. Outside man. Now LeVert. Butler covering. LeVert, that's good.
This is all you can do if you're the defense. LeVert is excellent at gutting his way through physical coverage.
There's a screen. Here's Yabusele. Butler with the ball. The 3 is up. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
The Hawks making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Oubre, he's checked in for the Sixers. Grimes comes in for Butler. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Krejci's checked in for Buffkin. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, B.A., the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
Here's Yabusele. To the left side wing. Here's McCain. Yet to see a basket. Here's Embiid. Oh, a vicious move by Embiid.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Three-pointer. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. Philadelphia leading by 10. Yabusele, look that.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Krejci. Sinks the tray.
Good decision-making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And it's a completely new group for the Hawks. The 76ers making a switch here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous, man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Back to Young. There's 45 seconds left to play in the half. Oh, Young with the power move.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Grimes. No good on the 3.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
16 seconds left in the first half. There's Young with the 3, and Atlanta hits again from deep.
If you're going to allow Trey to squeeze off a 3, he's going to squeeze hard.
Now George. Here's Maxey. The open J off the mark. And we finished off one half of play. Sixers ahead, leading by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. And here's Oubre from the arc. Knocks down the triple. Oubre's got his first 3 points of the game.
Got to know the scouting report. You do not want Kelly Oubre to establish confidence in catch and shoot chances. Knocks it down.
Pass to Okongwu. Shoots over Embiid. Paul George pulls it in.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
2 shots.
He does not get the second one. Hawks trail by 11. To the middle. Here's Daniels. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. Atlanta shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Grimes. And about a minute of action so far in the 3rd quarter. The 3. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Young with it. Oh, Young! So tough at his size.
Turning up the heat now. Young hustles to beat the inside defense.
The Sixers lead by 6. Outside Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Driving in.
Get out of the way!
Wow!
Woo, that was big time. I mean, a dunk contest finish from Embiid. This guy can fly.
Johnson a screen on Maxey. Now here's Young. He's got 10. The teardrop. The rebound by Embiid. Here's Oubre. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Pass to Okongwu. And there's 1:38 left in the 3rd quarter. Back to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Picked up by Okongwu. The 3 from Rizasheh. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's George. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. George has got 8.
Let PG get the ball inside at your own risk. He's going to punish you there.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated, but this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
LeVert goes against Maxey. Here's Johnson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Johnson's got his first points in this one. Philadelphia leading by 8. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. There's 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Lays it up and banks it in. Maxey's got his 2nd basket.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
LeVert, that's good.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Here's McCain. Still no points. Drops in the layup for 2. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Down low. Here's Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. For three, Maxey. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Buzzer beating.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. George Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Clint Capella, and it's Krejci in at the 1. So that's the Hawks 5. And pure from three-point range. Mann's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Both teams deciding to change it up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Outside Johnson. Off the mark there with a 3. Philadelphia leading by 11. George scanning the floor. Embiid passes to Grimes. Screen by Embiid. Launches a 3. Grimes' shot is off.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Young. And Grimes pulls it down. Well, the 76ers shooting at a very efficient 67%. Maxey, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
And capable of sticking it from the mid-range. I like seeing Maxey go to work from this area.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He encouraged his guys to not hold back, saying, we can do this, but it's on us. We've got to go out there and be aggressive. So that's the plan coming out of the huddle. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
Here's Embiid. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
That free throw misses. And the second free throw is good. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Philadelphia leading by 12. Oubre passes to George. Takes the 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Inside. The kick out to Young. Hawkins. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Well, Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Kicks it to George. Three-pointer off the mark. Hawks trail by 10. Here's Young. Excellent body control from Young.
And Trae doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Philadelphia has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. We've got 1:08 left to play in the fourth quarter. Money from the wing. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the 76ers.
They were the more accurate club. And in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Joel Embiid.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Here's Grimes. He shoots it. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Young misses.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Up top, Embiid. Embiid drawing the double team. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. And now it's a 12-point Philadelphia lead. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along.
Team's so good rebounding.
Well, I'd like to say it's great coaching, Kevin. You know, I can always give those guys credit. But in reality, both teams do have a philosophy to go after the ball, and both these teams have tough, active people who are committed to getting as many extra possessions as they possibly can.
And you can't win in this league unless you can rebound, right?
Well, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. You've got to be able to keep the other team off the glass. At the offensive end, it sort of varies from team to team.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Ball. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in at the 2 spot. Now here's Brunson. From outside the arc, connects from three-point range. Brunson's got 5 now.
The competitive spirit of Brunson shining through. He just had to answer that last shot.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And here is Anunoby, following Lonzo Ball's 3. Back to Brunson. And another 3 for New York.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Vucevic. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Chicago. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Anunoby outside. Hart, wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range. Towns with the steal. Can't connect from short range.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
1:49 left in the first quarter. No one covering.
And you can see the passing ability at his size. Buzelis is all for getting it to his open teammate.
Towns a screen on White. Takes a 3. Bridges misses. Oh, Chicago's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Here's Brunson. The Bulls getting the bucket. Basket counts.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's White. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Bridges comes in for Josh Hart. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Giddey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he converts the layup. Giddey's got 5.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Bulls lead by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Williams is out there with Smith. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's Jones. And it's Giddey in at the small forward position. A free ball. The Knicks pull it in. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And here is Giddey. 7 points in the game. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Bridges, no one around him. Good on the three-point shot. Bridges has got 11 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest now.
Here's Jones. Misses from close range. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for New York. Trailing by 2. Bridges finds Payne. Back to Bridges. Robinson passes to Bridges. Over in the corner, McBride. Beyond the arc. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And the layup's good off the glass. Giddey's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Timeout. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Both teams deciding to change it up. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number 1, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players. So you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Out to the right wing. Ball from long range. It's good from long range. He's got 8.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Jones, the pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And now a 6-point Bulls lead.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Jones. Jones sets the pick for Vucevic. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Brunson scanning the floor. A floater. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Bulls out front. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Mikal Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in its small forward. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And it looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Trains the three-pointer. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Pass to Vucevic. It's White on the wing. Vucevic setting the pick for White. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Now Towns. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Back to White. Pass to Vucevic. Giddey with it. 6 on the shot clock. White takes it off the glass. White's got 7 points in the game.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
The kick out to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Giddey finds Vucevic to the wing on the left. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Giddey, no good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. A 2-point game. Bridges for 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Vucevic. For the 3. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Chicago. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Dunn. I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Giddey with the screen on Anunoby. Ball, no good. Knicks trail by 5. Brunson the pass to Hart. Brunson kicks to Bridges. And Ball with the block.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Pass to Giddey. Now Buzelis. He's got 6. Anunoby outside. They need this one. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Bulls lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Dosunmu. Josh Giddey is out there with Williams. And it's Smith. And it's Jones in at point guard. Now here's Payne, defended by Jones. Over in the corner, McBride. New York needs to get off a shot. Payne can't hit. The Bulls leading by 4. Dosunmu with it. Now guarded by Payne. They set the screen. Outside Williams. Pass to Dosunmu. Goes up from the top of the key. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And a new group in for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Towns. Josh Hart comes in for Achua. Bridges, he's checked in for Miles McBride. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Cameron Payne. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Bruce Ellis comes in for Patrick Williams. Kobe White, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Jones. Pass to White. Now here's Giddey. No good from outside. Bridges with it. He's picked up by White. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And for the night, Bridges is cooking with grease and showing no signs of slowing down.
To the middle. Robinson against Vucevic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's the first, and that gives them the lead.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Brunson with the teardrop. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Here's Vucevic. That's good. And so Giddey with the assist. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game. Here's the teardrop. Brunson, no good. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. They lead by 1. Steps back and trains the jump shot.
Yeah, a little contact on the shot, but White just plays through it.
Here's Brunson. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Vucevic. It counts!
Because of that refined offensive skill set, Vucevic can be a dependable scoring option late in games.
And Ball with the block. Pass to Vucevic. And here is Giddey. Outside, Ball. Lets it go from deep. Robinson pulls it in. 23 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Free throw line jump shot. And another shot. Here's Brunson. Had a hand on it. And he commits the intentional foul.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. For three, Bridges. Trifecta.
And that kick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Knicks foul. Jalen Brunson. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely needed three here.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous...
Well, Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And for Cleveland, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell on the wing with Strus. And it's Garland in at the point. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Now here's Mobley. Pass to Strus. Outside Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Here's Grimes. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Allen, and it's in, off the glass.
Boy, nice mobility from the 5. Allen is very active offensively.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Here's Grimes. For 3, Maxey. And the 76ers another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Mitchell. On the wing, Strus. George defending. Pass to Mitchell from deep. Buries it from 3.
The answer from Mitchell, a 3 of his own.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
George with it. He's picked up by Garland. And it's Jared Allen with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Hunter's checked in for Cleveland. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's George. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Stepping in from the line, George, very good and capable from mid-range.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Mobley with it. George defending. Hunter on the wing. Outside Mitchell. Allen a screen. And that one's good. Mitchell for 3. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Mitchell has everything, including that 3-point shot.
George outside. Back to Maxey. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Not only is Maxey solid and efficient from the line, but he gets there quite a bit, too.
Okoro is checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Mitchell. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Garland. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. The Sixers lead by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. And it's Maxey missing. And it's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's foul number 2 for him.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
There's a screen. Here's Embiid. Philadelphia with another miss. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Philadelphia on top, up by 5.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter, we've got Butler, Edwards out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Yabusele in at the 4. A nice shot by McCain.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Hunter, a screen on Butler. Outside Hunter. Back to Jerome. Green with a screen on Butler. Releases. Jerome, no good.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Outside Butler. Pass to McCain. Screen by Embiid. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got 5 now.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Jerome passes to Green. Here's Okoro. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, "We have each other's backs." That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Alec. Strus, he's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Green. So it's Philadelphia now. 6-point lead. And here's Butler. No made baskets yet. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Hunter finds Garland.
2 minutes.
Outside Strus.
2 minutes.
Back to Garland. Beyond the arc. And McCain pulls it down.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Butler. Now Oubre. And here's Embiid. Covered by Mobley. 14 feet away. Here's Grimes. Nails it from beyond the arc. Grimes has gotten his second bucket. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit. And that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Here's Embiid. Embiid just brushing off the contact inside.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
For the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Evan Mobley, and Mitchell subbed in for Jerome. Goes up from the top of the key. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 8. Philadelphia leading by 9. Outside Oubre. Soft touch off the glass.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
Maxey against Garland. Here's Mitchell. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. 10 points for him.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Maxey finds George. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Here's Hunter. He's scoreless. Outside Garland. Back to Hunter. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Strus at small forward with Mobley next to him. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the game. Now here's George. Embiid a screen on Strus. George for 3. Drains the triple. George has got 8.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
Outside Strus. Back to Garland. Pass to Mobley. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Philadelphia leading by 6. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, "Baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift." Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. The Cavaliers trail by 7. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
2 minutes.
Pass to Allen. Mitchell with the ball. And the Cavaliers, another 3.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Strus finds Allen. Back to Strus. Here's Mitchell. In close. A strong move by Mitchell inside.
You're such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Pass to Oubre. Here's Embiid. And here's another one for the Sixers.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Slithery inside. Garland has that short area quickness.
Outside Oubre. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Hits the trifecta.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Back to Garland. And the layup is good. Garland's got 6.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Now Embiid. Embiid through contact.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
And so it's Kelly Oubre making things happen for Philadelphia. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Joel Embiid. Edwards out there with Butler. And it's McCain in at the shooting guard position. Outside Garland. Pass to Wade. And here's Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
A nice shot by McCain. And the 76ers lead by 8.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Jerome on the wing. Off target with the open look.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Embiid. Tries it from 19. The Cavaliers pull it in. Outside Strus. Now Hunter. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. A different look for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Mobley comes in for Strus. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Jerome.
You see why he's one of the guys they want at the line in these situations.
Strus, he's checked in for Hunter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He implored his team to use the clock. He said the clock is our friend. No need to rush things unless they give us a free one. Let's squeeze them out of this game. Back to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And that one, good.
Maxey working around the contact that time. Nice work.
Garland against Maxey. Got it.
Hey, clashes with the larger defender and makes maybe the biggest shot of the game.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
Outside Oubre. Three-pointer. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Garland against Maxey. Now here's Garland. Defense is right there. Some solid defense from Maxey. George outside. Embiid a screen on Strus. George with it. Again, the Sixers score.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the 76ers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
Mitchell. Cleveland again missing. Outside Maxey. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Allen. Outside Strus. Here's Garland. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. George outside. Pass to Grimes. Now Embiid fires the three. Hits the three-pointer. And the 76ers lead by 11.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and
Top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at center. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Pass to Okongwu. Here is Daniels. White covering. 6 to shoot. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Tatum passes to Brown. On the wing, Holiday. Outside, White. Porzingis sets the pick for White. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. First quarter, just over a minute played. And here's Daniels. Rieseshay sets the screen for Young. Another three for Atlanta.
And this is what Young is known for, a knockdown threat from downtown.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here is Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Johnson can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Young. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Holiday. Celtics passing it around. Tatum no good. And has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Daniels with it. Here's Rizichet. And here's Young from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 6.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Outside Holiday. There's 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Niang comes in for Johnson. Mann's checked in for Dyson Daniels. And it's LeVert in for Trae Young. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Tie game in Atlanta. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those 3-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the floor for Boston. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard. Here's Pritchard. And the shot goes down.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's LeVert. To the inside. Here's Capella. That's good. That's LeVert with the assist.
And it could have been a foul call on the shot as well. Capella maintains the focus, though, and finishes.
Here's Pritchard. Knocks down the 3-ball. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to LeVert. To the paint. Here's Niang. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Here's Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
That's right. This guy is capable of some amazing finishes. Jason Tatum, my goodness.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Here's Young. Aston Yang shoots it. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And how about the find by Trey, making sure he keeps his teammates involved.
Tatum with it, working on Niang. Basket good. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Hauser the pass to Tatum. A three from Tatum.
What a weapon the three has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Pass to Young. Now, here's Okongwu. Headed by Porzingis. Here's Young. That one good for 2. And it's 8 points for Trae Young.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Hauser, still without a basket. Hands it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Young outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He got into double digits for the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
About the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Pass to Rizachet. Off target from outside. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. The lead is 2. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Porzingis with a screen on Johnson. The three from Tatum. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Young. And he drops it in from the low post. Young's got 10 points in the game.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Porzingis kicks to Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. No good on the three. The Hawks trailing. Here's Young. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And this game belongs to Young right now, and he is simply making everything.
Outside Holiday. Johnson against Tatum. And there's the call on Rizashek. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, George Niang, he's checked in for Daniels, and it's LeVert in for Young. And the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard, he's checked in for White.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Johnson finds Niang. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson outside. LeVert inside the line. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis with the ball. He has yet to score. Tatum, that's good.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
Johnson outside. Aston Niang lets it go with the three. Traps in the tray. Niang's got 7 points. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
The three from Tatum. Tatum comes right back with the three.
Well, Jason Tatum with the answer from 3. That's how you stop an opponent's momentum.
Here's Rizashek. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Okongwu kicks to Johnson. Pass to Rizashek. Johnson with a screen on Howard. And that one's good. Rizashek
taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Now Rizashek. Banked in off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. Here's Pritchard. Buries it from 3-point range. Pritchard's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Celtics. Atlanta's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Nance outside. Pass to LeVert. Capella sets a screen for LeVert. Out to Nance from the arc. Rebounded by Tatum. The Celtics with the lead. Can he keep it going? It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Takes the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Porzingis has got the lead up to 4 now for Boston.
And the fans are so fired up after that triple that trimmed the lead at the other end. And now they are stunned.
Young against Holiday. Now Daniels. Clock at 6. Young left side. Here's Okongwu. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Tatum down low. Johnson on him. And that one, good. Tatum's got 27.
Jason Tatum under duress of the shot clock. Big moment, no problem.
Young inside. Guarded by Holiday. Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the beat?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch. You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Young outside. No good that time. Good D by Holiday. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Tatum has worked very hard to improve his finishing game, and that includes sometimes taking contact and earning a trip to the foul line.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Here's Young. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Here's Tatum, and there's the drive. Money!
Unshakable trust in Jason Tatum in this sort of situation. Their staff just puts the ball in his hands and lets him make plays.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. Brown outside. Nifty move. It's good!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
It's Young on the wing. Got it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hook for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And it's Ricochet missing. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
Drew Holiday, 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. 6 seconds left in the game. From deep, Johnson. Not going to go that time. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy. Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. They've got Joel Embiid. Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the two-guard position. Here's Grimes. They set the pick. Ball against Maxey. Fires from deep. Grimes' shot is off.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Ball outside. Vucevic, a screen on Maxey. There's Ball with a three. Joel Embiid with the board. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast. You must respect Embiid's range as a defender. He'll make you pay every chance he gets.
Now here's Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on George. Giddey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
It's tipped. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Giddey. The kick out to Ball. Vucevic, a screen on George. Here's Ball. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And Ball is such an effective two-way player. Takes smart shots on offense and really hustles on defense.
Chicago shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he makes both free throws. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Oubre. From outside the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
They set the screen from deep. Giddey, 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's George. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And you got to appreciate the competitive fire on display. It's almost like George says, you make one on me, I'm coming back at you for revenge.
Giddey against George. From behind the arc. And it's Giddey missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, Vooch will do this to you. He's not scared of that mid-range. He's a midi master.
Outside Oubre. George outside. And the 76ers another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And that one's good.
And give Ball credit. The D was there, but great work keeping his concentration.
And here is Maxey. No points yet. Pass to Grimes. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but he drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
First one falls.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Philadelphia. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 76ers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. We've got Edwards, Butler out there with Joel Embiid, and it's McCain in a shooting guard. Count it.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Now here's Embiid. He has 6. Smith with the rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
That's good from Giddey on the assist from Williams. Giddey's got 7 points.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Embiid is screen on Jones, and he lobs it up. Oh, Embiid snatches it out of the air and throws it down.
I like whenever Embiid's teammates use his size and throw it anywhere near the rim because he finishes it.
Williams a screen on Edwards.
76ers foul. Edwards. First personal foul.
For Chicago, Vucevic comes in for Smith, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Dosunmu. Oubre, he's checked in for the Sixers. Grimes comes in for Butler. Giddey against Oubre. And Embiid with the block.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
Here's McCain. No points so far. Outside Oubre. Here's the three. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
An MVP in this league, Richard. Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, BA. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
Pass to McCain. Here's Grimes. To the paint. Gabaselli. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. 7-point differential. Williams' shot is good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Buzelis is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Giddey. And the shot's good. And the 76ers lead by 7.
Oh, showing some power there. Maxey was not going to be denied.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Ali.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Ali, he's certainly got the skill level. So it's Philadelphia now. Chicago making their last shot. Left side, Oubre. George with it. And off the front iron, and in it goes. George has got 10 points in the game.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Vucevic, a screen on Maxey. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Jones. Rebound by Philadelphia. Pass to Maxey. And here's George. Here's Grimes. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Buzelis out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Ball, then it's Kobe White, and it's Giddey in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And what a breakout fourth year for Tyrese Maxey. Named to his first All-Star game in 2024, Richard.
When the Sixers traded away James Harden, it really opened up things for Maxey. Gave him the ball more responsibility, and you know what? He showed up.
Now here's Oubre, and out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. And Chicago has possession, trailing by 10. Pass to Buzelis. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Kelly Oubre picks one up.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive in trying to score.
And you look at Matas Buzelis, size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
Now here's Embiid. Give him 8 points now. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Maxey. Jacks up a 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the middle. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Okay now, Rook. Who's zealous? Showing he can finish with some power.
The Sixers lead by 6. George outside. Ball against Maxey. Down low. Embiid. Ooh, look at Embiid converting in close.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Giddey against George. Here's Vucevic. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
Hard to deny Vuce inside when he can play over or through you.
Pass to Grimes. Here's George. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Chicago making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Sends it home from three-point land.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Yabusele. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. The Bulls trail by 6. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he can't get the first one. Oubre, he's checked in for George. Good on the second one. RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
Now here's Oubre. He has 6. Here's Yabusele. Fires in the triple. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Outside White. Let's go with a 3. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oubre against White. Pass to Maxey. Now Embiid. Embiid muscles through the contact.
So much strength from Embiid. It would take a special defender to slow him down.
Outside, Williams. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside White. That one falls, coming off the Vucevic feed. White's got 5 points.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. 2 on the clock. No good on the layup. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. The flow of... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Butler. Joel Embiid is out there with Edwards. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid ignores the contact and converts.
The team just loves to see Embiid fired up on offense like this. They really rely on his scoring ability.
Here's Giddey. Uses the glass on the layup.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
How do you avoid fouling Embiid inside the paint? It's nearly impossible. The man is a monster.
And he makes a first. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. White, he's checked in for DeSumo. And it's Ball in for Jones. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Chalk up two there.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Takes a three. Grimes' shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Giddey passes to Ball. Vucevic against Embiid. Vucevic's shot is off.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
And Oubre gets it to go. And the 76ers lead by 8.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time.
Vooch will not be denied. Look, he is playing right through any contact.
Maxey passes to Grimes. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter of this one. George for three. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Pass to Vucevic. Doesn't go that time. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. George outside. Back to Maxey. To the right side. Embiid, a screen on White. The three-pointer off the mark. Bulls trail by 9. Inside. Here's Buzelis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Maxey passes to George. Here's Grimes. He's guarded by White. 6 on the shot clock. Oubre on the wing. Here's Embiid. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Here's Vucevic. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
Defensive foul, Joel Embiid. First personal foul.
And that one falls for Vucevic. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Kevin Herter. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
20 seconds left in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Timeout called. The Bulls. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, you see, the ability to get the ball where it needs to go is what really stands out regarding Buzelis.
Kobe White. First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6.
Quentin Brown. 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up his lead.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Your thoughts, guys?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Three-pointer, Buzelis, and it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I could sign a 10-day and put up a few buckets on this squad.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
Oh, he buries it from outside.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So it's the 76ers taking the W in a close one. Just a Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. A nice shot by Brown.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Drills the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 6.
What a response by Mitchell. He takes those 3 points right back.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Allen kicks to Mitchell. Mobley up top. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. 4 on the shot clock. Count that bucket.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here is Holiday. And there is White, and that's good on the assist by Holiday.
knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said he told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. So that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last. A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Mobley. And it's Okoro in for Max Strus. And it's Mitchell missing. Celtics trail by 3. Porzingis looking it over. Lets a floater go. It's good on the putback.
And that's what Porzingis has to do. Use his size and length on the offensive glass.
Pass to Hunter. Back to Garland. Holiday with the block. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Brown wide open. He fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Allen against Porzingis. Down low. Here's Mitchell. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Porzingis passes to Brown. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 9 points in the game so far. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Hunter is out there with Evan Mobley. Then it's Okoro. And it's Green. And it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Hauser. Out left to the wing. With the shot. And it's Boston with another.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
Boston leading by 4. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Tatum. Mobley with the block. And he gets it back. Pritchard gets the bucket.
And Tatum is all about doing what's best for the team. Superb as a ball mover in terms of finding his teammates.
Here's Jerome. Scoreless thus far. Horford against Mobley. That one's in. His first shot this game. Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. Launches a 3. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Green against Tatum. Pass to Jerome. .153 left in the first half of the game.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
Pritchard gets the bucket. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Mobley. Max Strus comes in for Okoro. Mitchell, he's checked in for Green, and it's Garland in for Ty Jerome. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics, leading by 5. Nice ball movement by Boston. Inside, here's Brown. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And 11 points for Jaylen Brown.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
And Thompson kicks to Hunter. Back to Thompson. Kicks it out to Garland. Pass to Strus. And here is Mitchell. Offline with his 3. Holiday looking for an opening. To the paint. Brown outside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Pass to Strus. Brown against Garland. Mitchell with it. Shoots over White. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket for Mitchell.
And this is routine for Mitchell. He doesn't need much space to feel comfortable elevating.
Brown drives in. He gets it in there. Brown's got 16 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Brown's got the first basket of the third quarter for Boston. Mobley outside. Pass to Strus. Back to Mitchell. Fires from deep. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 12. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Mobley's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. Outside Holiday. Porzingis against Allen. Porzingis with a screen on Garland. Holiday gets the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Holiday finds Brown. In the corner, Tatum with it. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Pass to Mitchell. The 3. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Porzingis inside. He's against Allen. Porzingis can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 11. There's Garland. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, big finish from Garland. These kinds of buckets really help his confidence.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Hunter comes in for Jared Allen. And it's a Okoro in for Max Strus. 46 seconds left to play in the third. Pritchard gets the bucket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Pass to Mitchell, fires the 3. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
For Boston, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That free throw good from Brown.
2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Horford against Hunter. With 1 on the clock. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics lead by 10. And now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Jason Tatum finishes with authority.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Outside Garland, Wade, and then Wade slams it in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Pritchard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
A different look now for Cleveland. Allen's checked in for Gene Wade. Mobley comes in for Hunter. And it's Mitchell in for Ty Jerome. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Outside, White. To the middle. Here's Pritchard. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Celtics lead by 7. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And the Celtics making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thanks so much, David. First free throw is good.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Outside, White.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Pass to Brown. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Assisted by
Here's Mitchell. A chance here to hit 30 on the game.
Bully ball. Good old-fashioned bully ball on display here. He is making the game look too easy. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull down.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here's Tatum. Up against it inside. Tatum fights through. Hatchets his way to the rack.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket for Mitchell.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Pass to Tatum. Over Mobley. Tatum no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
second team foul.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Brown. And the Celtics lead by 6.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
And it's Mitchell missing. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Mitchell, his second, third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for 2.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called Cleveland. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Here's Mitchell. The rebound by the Celtics. They've led by as many as 14 points. And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. So it's the Boston Celtics with the W. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very